Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you do decide to stick around. If you don't know who I am, my name is Taquanda Taylor and I am an aspiring full-time writer. So I do want to apologize if it seems a little dark. The sun is starting to set, or actually it's been setting for like about an hour now. It's getting kind of dark outside. Today has been a little bit of an anxiety filled day, so I was like in bed and didn't really want to film, but I have a little bit more energy right now. My anxiety is not flared up and acting up as much as it was earlier today. So I was like, I need to record this video. So let's record this video and get this done so I can get this out for you guys. I just looked at my planner to see what video I had scheduled for today, because I was going to talk about something, but I had looked at, I had listened to a podcast earlier today as I was laying down, just trying to clear my head. I've never really listened to podcasts. Are you guys into podcasts? I've never really listened to them, but I just finished rewatching The Vampire Diaries, and Candace King and Kayla Yule, not sure if I said her last name correct, from The Vampire Diaries, they have a podcast together. So I was like, I'll check it out. It's on Spotify. I have Spotify. So I was listening to their first episode, and it just kind of made me want to talk about it today. Their first episode was instant gratification. So that just kind of made me think about things, because I feel like I have been suffering from this need for instant gratification since I made the decision that I was going to be a writer. And so I was just wondering, do you guys also deal with that? Like when I first put out my book, I knew nothing about publishing and releasing a book, marketing a book. I've told this story before. It was 2014. I was graduating, and I just kind of had this thought in my head, like I was just tired of working the same old jobs, and I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I just got my degree. So I was like, I want to try to put it to some sort of good use. Like you don't need a writing degree to write books, but I had gotten one. So it's like, let's use it. So I didn't know anything about marketing a book. I literally wrote this book. I posted about it on social media, and then I released it, and then crickets. Crickets. Like I had a couple of friends buy it, a couple of family. Yeah, a couple of family. I had to be sure if family even bought it. But so, and then, over the years I've been trying to figure out, like, how do I push this book more? How do I market this book more? But it just makes me think, when I first released that book, I expected, because it's a good story. Like, you guys don't have to take my word for it. You can purchase it and read it. But this is a story that I've wanted to tell for a very long time. And I'm like, it's intriguing and it's a little different than what we're used to. So I'm thinking people will like this, and nothing. And I was expecting not for it to become a bestseller, but for me to sell a lot of copies. And if not to the mass public, I was expecting family and friends to buy it a lot more than what they did. Do you get what I'm saying? It's that instant gratification that I was expecting. So I don't think I've ever told you guys this before. I've posted about it on other social media sites, but I love supporting people. I absolutely, especially if I know you. If I don't know you and you're trying to get your foot in the door and you're trying to do stuff to, like, I'm going to figure out a way to support you. If I can't purchase whatever it is that you got, that you just released or that you're doing right now, I'm going to make a note of it, and I want to come back to it at a later date. I love it. I have a lot of friends and family who are pursuing endeavors, especially in the entertainment career, releasing music, and I go and I download that music to listen to it. I share it on my social media. You guys got to check this out. Releasing books, doing movies, and things like that. And I'm constantly supporting them. Like, I absolutely love supporting people. So I figured, I am 34 years old. I published this book in 2014. So I was in my 20s, late 20s. I figured at this point in my life, I've gone through middle school, high school, college. So I've made friends along the way. I come from a large family, guys. I don't come from small family. I don't come from a big family. I come from a large family. I mean, I've got my mother's side, I've got my father's side, I've got my mom's side, and my mom's dad's side, and my dad's, like, you know, so I have a large family. Cousins, aunts, uncles, great aunts, great uncles, like sisters, brothers. Like, I come from a very large family. So with all of that, with the amount of friends that I've made through school, with the different jobs that I've held, with the different places that I've lived, and, you know, I've made friends there, I have a really large amount of people in my life that I know, that are on my Facebook page that I'm sharing this information to. So I kind of just had in the back of my mind that as much as I support the endeavors and the things that other people that I know are doing, and they thank me for it all the time. Yeah, shout out to my girl Taquanda, who just, you know, shared my thing or just purchased it, and I'll purchase it. And, like, you know, there's a girl on my page, or that I went to high school with, and she does gospel music, and I let her know every time her song comes up on my playlist, like, I just listen to it. I know a guy that I worked with when I lived in Brooklyn, and when his music comes on my playlist, it's on my playlist. Like, I let them know, like, hey, your song just came on my playlist, I'm repping it, and oh my God, it's so good, and everybody should go and listen to it. So I imagined, or I had this, I guess, naive sense that when I released my book and I shared it to these hundreds of people that I know, that they would support as well. Do you get what I'm saying? And so that is where my thought process of my instant gratification was going to come from. I knew that I'm a nobody in the writing industry. I have no writing platform. I have this, but I have a very small following. So I knew that me releasing this book and not really knowing anybody, being a nobody in this, that I wasn't going to be on Amazon's bestsellers list, that I wasn't going to be on the New York Times bestsellers list, that I wasn't going to get contacted from somebody like, we want to make your book into a movie. Like, I know that wasn't going to happen, but I expected more out of the people in my life, the people that I know, the people that I communicate with, either on a daily basis, a weekly basis, whatever the case is. And it goes like that with a lot of things. Like, I've created my Patreon account, and the pledge, I have one tier pledge. It's for $1, literally $1 a month. And I've posted about that as well, and absolutely nobody has responded. And it's been like that with several things in my life. When my dog needed surgery, I'm not going to cry in this video. We've done that already. I'm not going to cry. When my dog needed surgery, I, reached out to everybody that I know. Like, if anybody can help me, I do not have the money. He was attacked by a pit bull. The owner was refusing to pay, but he really needed the surgery, and crickets. So I feel like I've always constantly set myself up for disappointment. That's the right word. I've always set myself up for disappointment, because I've always been in this mindset of, because I do so much for people, and because I'm so willing to support people, that people would be willing to do the same for me. And that's just not the case. And that is something that I'm learning every day to try to deal with, to try to overcome, to try to push past, and not try to, what is the word? Not try to, I guess, judge my successes based off of, or have my expectations for my successes based off of the people that I know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just wanted to talk to you guys about this. This is just, rambling and just trying to get this out. So let me know if you guys have ever done that. Have you ever had this expectation of what people are going to do for you? I feel like that's the right thing. What people are going to do for you. Because I think that that's how I've always felt. Like, I'm a very prideful person. I think I said that in the last video, that me asking you guys to subscribe to my channel always feels like I'm begging. And I guess I kind of pretty much have a reason for that, is because when I have opened myself up to ask people for something, hey, purchase my book, or hey, pledge $1 to help with my career, and it's crickets. It's literally crickets. So does anybody else suffer from that? Does anybody else go through this thing where you weigh, or I can't think of the right word. And I feel like when I turn this camera off, the right word is going to come to me. Oh my God. But it's like you hold what is going to happen in your life, your expectations of what's going to happen for you based off of what you expect from other people in your life, what you expect people are going to be willing to do for you. And so I guess in that sense, I've always had this instant gratification of, or this sense of instant gratification that this is what's going to happen. I released my book, and I'm telling you, I think the only places that I really ever not published it, but shared it on was on Facebook with my Facebook friends and family in a couple Facebook groups, and it was like nothing was happening. And then that also brings me to how I said I like supporting other people. Jealousy. So these are all things that I'm learning at 34 years old how to deal with and how to overcome it. Is jealousy. So when I tell people I just released a book, or I'm writing on Wattpad, you guys can go check the story out, or I have a Patreon account, you guys can go ahead and become a patron and pledge $1. It's crickets. And then I log on to Facebook and I'll see somebody that I worked with at a job in the past who posted that they wrote a book on Wattpad. And then they've got a ton of comments under that post like, I am so proud of you. I'm so happy. I'm going to go check it out. And then I click on that link to go check out the Wattpad story, and they have tons of reads, and these people actually did go over and read it. Or somebody that I worked with at another job who released the book and posts about it on Facebook. And, oh, I released the book, and everybody's, I'm so proud of you. You got this, girl. You're going to do amazing. Great things are coming for you. And I just purchased your book, and I'm reading it, and it's just all of this. And it's like that with a lot of the stuff that I see on there. And I've been jealous in the past. I'm going to admit that I have been jealous in the past. I've looked at these things and I go, what is wrong with me? What am I doing wrong that I'm literally reaching out to pretty much the same people? I'm doing the same thing that these people are doing, and nothing. So that is something that I am trying to learn. Like I feel like that's one of the things that have held me back from releasing my second book. So like I said, I've mentioned this. There's a lot of things that I mentioned in this video that I've probably mentioned in other videos in the past. But if you haven't been following me or subscribed to me, then you probably don't know. You guys can definitely go back. I encourage you to go back and watch my past videos. But I wrote a couple years ago, I wrote my second book, One Shot, Two Shots, which is the first book in my book, my series, The Hood Diaries. And it's been done, and it's been ready for release pretty much. I just need to get the cover finalized, finish formatting, and one final round of edits. But this book has pretty much could have been out in, what are we in, 2019? This book could have been out in 2016, 2017. Like, it's been done. But I have been holding off on it because of pretty much what happened with my first book's release. And that is one of my things of fear, is that I had this sense of instant gratification of what was going to happen, and my expectations were very high on what was going to happen, and I'm going to be a full-time writer, and I'm going to be able to quit my job, and I won't be miserable anymore, and I won't be depressed anymore. And then when nothing happened, and I put off writing my second book, and then I was like, nope, I'm going to write it. And I wrote it, and then everybody's asking me, so when are you releasing this book? When are you releasing this book? And I kind of was just like, I don't know if I want to go through that again, because I don't know if I want to set myself up for this sense of this is what's going to happen with this book, and then it not happens. Does that make sense, you guys? I feel like I'm just spending a lot of time rambling. But these are the things that I go through. These are the thoughts that are on my mind, and I, want to come and share that with you guys. So you guys give me your feedback. Do you think that holding off on what you want to do based off of a warped sense of expectations and high expectations is like counterproductive to your end goal? You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making any sense in this video. Oh, but I do adore you guys for coming and watching these videos and dealing with me. I apologize for the fan. It is one of our hottest days since spring, apparently since spring started. I'm going to use quotations because it has not felt like spring. It has been cold. But today was 85 degrees. Hence, my arms are out today because it is just hot. I got me a freezy over here. I don't want to drink it on camera. I just feel like that seems so weird. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk to you guys about this. This, what do you guys think of that? Is it wrong to have a sense of instant or a want for instant gratification? Is that one of the things? I feel like that's something that I feel like not having expectations can set you up for failure, but also having high expectations can set you up for failure or for disappointment. Not failure, but for disappointment. Disappointment, that's the right word. Do you guys agree with that sentiment? If you don't have any expectations, I feel like, I don't know how to word this the right way, but I feel like that can set you up for some sort of disappointment. But I also feel like if you have a high sense of expectations or very high expectations like I've had in the past, that sets you up for disappointment because I expected, at least if I didn't get the support from the general public because I'm a nobody in this industry, like nobody knows what to expect from me, I at least expected to get that from friends and family. And that just wasn't the case. And so it left me very disappointed. It left me with a sense of fear. It left me very, very not like, I don't want to say not interested in writing. Like I love writing. I want to put books out, but it gave me a sense of fear. Like I'm scared. I'm scared of feeling like this is a waste of time. That's what it is. I feel like it is a waste of time. I feel like I'm going to write and I'm going to release these books and I'm going to get better at it, because you can only get better at something the more you do it. Like you do it more, you're going to get better at it. I'm going to get better at writing. I'm going to get better at publishing. I'm going to get better at marketing, sitting down and figuring. I've already sat down and tried to figure out marketing plans for the Hood Diaries book. And I can only get better at it. But then I feel like it's going to all end up being a waste of time because I'm going to have the same end result as before, because my expectations are very low now. Yeah, my expectations are very low. With my first book, my expectations were very high. Then my second book, they're actually pretty low. And at times I feel very, very defeated before I've even started. This is a very tough industry to be a part of. Not only is writing a book tough, but succeeding in this industry or breaking into this industry, breaking into most industries is very tough. You go to college and you get a degree, and then you go apply for a job that you are I wouldn't say qualified, but that in a job in a field that you studied, and you get told they want somebody who has 2 years experience, 10 years experience, whatever the case is. And then this is a question that I've always asked at jobs like this. How do you get the experience if no one is willing to hire you? And I kind of feel like it's the same way with writing. Does that make sense? I feel like it's kind of the same way. How do I get the experience? How do I grow? How do I build a platform if no one's willing to give me a chance? And now I feel like I'm having a sob story going on, and that is not where this video was going. So I think I'm going to end it here. But you guys just leave me your comments below if you've ever had a sense of or a need or a want for instant gratification. Was there ever a situation in your life where you did something and you expected immediate gratification, like something was going to happen right away and this is what's going to happen? Have you ever been in a situation where you've had very, very high expectations? Or maybe you've been in a situation where you just kind of had no expectations or very low expectations and everything worked out well, or past whatever you thought it was going to be. Just give me your comments and your thoughts below, you guys. I'm going to end this video here. As always, my name is Taquanda Taylor. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this video. I apologize that it is a long video of me just rambling, and you know, you can only get better the more you do things, and I am trying to get better at YouTubing. I'm trying to get better at being comfortable in front of the camera. My anxiety flares up when I do this, so I get very nervous. But thank you so much for just taking the time to sit through this video. If you made it all the way to the end, go ahead, leave a comment below, like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to come back for more. And I also want to remind you guys that I do have a Patreon page where you guys can pledge $1. It's just $1 to help me out with my my goals of becoming a full-time writer. And with that $1 that you pledge, you will get daily videos like this. They're called Author Confessions, and they're just going to be videos where I will post every day, speaking to you guys just very directly about what is going on with my writing, what is going on with my career, the goals that I've set for myself for the month. You guys will get all of that before I post it anywhere else on social media, anywhere in my Author Confessions, and it's just for $1. So if you guys are interested in doing that, thank you so much. Don't feel like you have to do it. And I know there's probably going to be some people say, don't say that at the end of your video, but I'm just going to be very honest. I don't want you guys to feel like you have to go and pledge $1 because I made a video about nobody wanting to help me. Don't feel that way, you guys. I only want your support if you wholeheartedly want to support me. I don't want you to feel like you are obligated to do anything like that for me. It's your decision. And that, like I said, that is something that I am learning at this age in my life, this time in my life. If you want to, thank you so much, and I truly appreciate it. If at this moment that is not something that you're interested in doing, that is fine. But thank you for watching this video, and then I'm gonna go, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.